When children are moving from being children to adults and they have a chronic illness like a neurological condition, they're really not necessarily prepared like other children are. They don't have the same opportunities sometimes because they've spent time at the doctors, they've spent time in hospitals, and oftentimes their parents and family members really overprotect them, and so they don't have opportunities to really experience themselves in the same way. So it's so important to help them understand why they have to learn about their own care and their own medicines and how to take good care of themselves. Then one of the biggest concerns that the patients or the young people that I work with have about transitioning to adulthood is, can I do it on my own? Mom and Dad have always done it for me. That's one of their concerns. But another one of their concerns is, I don't know how to let my parents know that I can take care of myself and that I am going to be okay. And I may make mistakes, but I'm going to be all right, and they have to trust that.
Transition is an important time for children with, or adolescents with, neurological conditions, because for many of them it's a lifelong disorder. So they really need to learn how to take care of themselves, how to manage their condition so that they can remain healthy and live the best quality of life. So there are lots of changes going on during this time, lots of things they need to learn. They're growing up, becoming more independent, trying to figure out what they're going to do when they grow up. So there's lots of things to learn from a medical standpoint. So things like, what medicines are they taking? Why do they even need to take these? Families are looking to us for help. I had one mother tell me that she felt like she was on a treadmill with this. Or a roller coaster, good times and bad times, and was she going to make it through this? And another mother said felt like she was falling off a cliff, and hopefully if she was prepared enough, she would have a parachute so she'd have a small respite. So there, I think that's our opportunity to help.
One of the things that I think about giving to parents as a message as I think about their children and I think about those relationships is to really find out from their child, what does this neurological condition mean to them? And how hard is it for them? Because I find that sometimes parents think that things are really awful, and the youth, because it's just all they knew about themselves, just think it's just part of me. This is who I am. I just happen to have epilepsy, for example, and I'm dealing with it. And I wish my mom would deal with it a little bit better. My dad would really respect that I know what I'm doing. So it's not just the letting go piece, it's the respect for their children's abilities and their strengths, and to give them the chance to show that.
A message that I often give to moms is to let go, take those baby steps, and then I know they're hard, but you have to give your kids wings. And just like you would give your child who doesn't have any health problems, room to grow and promote their independence, you need to do that with your child with a neurological disorder, because you might really be surprised about what they have actually learned watching you. And you might be surprised about what they can do.
I think that that's something that as a social worker, I wish I could do something about, and that is to encourage families to register early when their children are young, to make sure that the state that they live in know that they exist, and that they continue to re-up with whatever services. If their state gives them Medicaid because of the child having a neurological condition, I want them to do that. And one of the hardest things is families sometimes don't want to get their children tested and having IQ scores. Well, if you don't have an IQ score that demonstrates that you have a disability, some state agencies will not give you services. We do provide resources to our families about many different things, and because of the work that's been done by the Child Neurology Foundation, they're one of the key places that we suggest when we do our psychoeducational workshops. We bring up the website, we do a little tour of the website so that they can become comfortable with it as a way to really look to it to get some assistance.
Another aspect of the education is not just for the families and their youth, but also for other providers. I mean, there's a huge shortage of adult neurologists that feel comfortable taking on the care of some of these really medically complex kids. So many of these youth are living longer than they've ever lived before. So it's no wonder the adult neurologists don't feel comfortable taking care of them. They just haven't been exposed to them.